Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are around the United States or around the world. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter No. My name is Peter No. I am your Senior Presidential Director here with LifeWave. I am your coach, your spotter, your bodybuilder, whatever you want to call me, I'll be that for you. So, big welcome to our private gym time. As for every hour, every Wednesday, we get to ask, we get to talk, we get to share our experiences. And if you are a brand new guest here for the very first time, because you've been invited by a workout buddy or your friend here, big welcome. This is the best place again where you can just ask anything and learn as you go. We do have certain topics here every week. We do have a section for question and answers, but the last couple of weeks in July. Oh, everyone, yeah, just before we start, big welcome. It is August 2nd today, right? So we survived July. Who survived July? Raise your hand. Okay, every Pat survived July twice, right? Who here learned something in July? Raise your hand. Who here grew in July? Raise your hand. All right. Who here failed in July? Raise your hand. Okay, a couple of failures too. Good for you. Okay. Whatever you did in July, just know you made it. Okay. So we're here on the Zoom call. If you're on the Facebook, every week, every day, I just want you to know every 30 days, you got to grow. Every 90 days, you got to grow, whether you're growing 1%, 10%, 50%, or even 100%, okay? You gauge yourself. The one thing that I don't want you to do, okay, is what? Go backwards. Let me repeat that again. The only thing I don't want you to ever do is go backwards. Why is that? Because when you're growing, when you're learning something, when you're duplicating something, you are applying it to other people. When you're applying it to other people in our industry, right, you're physically duplicating something. So can you duplicate something bad? Yes, you can definitely duplicate something bad. And when you duplicate something bad, those are, to me, they're called bad behaviors, okay? So for example, can you go to the gym and can you do a sit-up or a push-up or a pull-up wrong? Yes. And if you do it wrong one time, Marie, or 2 times or 5 times, what happens? You hurt yourself. When you hurt yourself, do you ever want to go back to the gym or listen to that person who taught you how to do that sit-up or push-up? No. So the reason why we have these calls, the reason why we duplicate certain things, the reason why we're keeping everything so simple is because we just want you to do it right. Whether you do it right a few times, whether you do it wrong a few times, it does not matter. Nothing is perfect. So I'm probably going to have everybody repeat that. Nothing is perfect, okay? Nothing is perfect, especially in the network marketing world, because we're dealing with people, okay? So let's do this today, okay? We're going to do question and answers, but let's pick a topic today, okay? Oh, we got Eliza here today. Big welcome, Eliza, to our brand new partner here. So let's pick a topic today. I want to do open discussion since it's the first week of August. Last month, I really focused on the comp plan. I focused a lot on the behaviors, which is the PPP, the peaking interest and the pre-qualifying, right? This month, we're going into August, okay? August is a very, how do I put this? August could be a very tricky month. What does that mean? We're going into full summertime. So you could see an ebb and flow in your business in summer. What does an ebb and flow mean? It can look like a yo-yo, up and down, up and down. Can anybody explain to me why? Destiny, why?
Because of vacation.
Vacations. Straight up, people in their mind today, if you have children, who has children here? Oh, young kids, okay? Oh, okay, nobody has young kids here. Everybody's grown up already. Good. So, oh, lady right here. Okay, we got lady.
Living in Florida will do it, Peter.
Living in Florida would do it. Okay, great. So, if you got kids, you got to take care of your kids. You know, it's summertime, it's vacation time. There's ebb and flows in the business. Who here worked their butt off the whole year, during, fall, summer, winter? Who here needs a vacation? Raise your hand. Okay, August is a perfect time to go on vacation, right? Do you know when we had an event last week, and it was a beautiful event last week, right? A lot more people could show up, but guess what? They went on vacation. So it's kind of hard to throw events during summertime because people are gone. Their mindset are gone. But it's also the best time also to build your business too. Why is that? Who here has been to barbecue last couple of weeks? Who here has been to graduation parties last couple of months? Who here has been to weddings? Who here has been to family vacations? You're in front of people too, right? You're constantly in front of people. And I'm telling everyone, whatever you do in the summertime, you're planting the seeds. You're planting the seeds for the fall and for the winter. So July, August, September. Wait, October, November, December. July, August, September is it's another quarter. We're going into the third quarter. So every day on these calls, every week, I'm just preparing your mind. I'm preparing your ebb and flow, okay? So this could be the slowest time in your business in August, but it could be the best time to plant your seeds. So what are you gonna do this month? Debbie just told us, Debbie Kelly, she literally just came back from a veterans event. She was doing an outreach or some kind of a booth, and she's getting so much feedback, and she has 8 of them planned for the whole summer. So that means in her mind, she's keeping herself busy all that time, right? Debbie, you're busy doing the booths. You're busy getting out to people. You're gonna be busy following up with people, getting them on a podcast, learning how to enroll packages. Debbie is keeping busy. Now, when Debbie keeps busy, guess what? Is Debbie on somebody else's tree? Yes, she is, right? So if Debbie is pushing volume, meaning if she's building and everybody above Debbie is going to see volume now, everyone. Is that going to help the people above Debbie? So if it helps the people above Debbie, do you think they might be asking themselves, hey, if Debbie's working and there's volume coming in, maybe I should keep a little bit busy too. Does that make sense? Then it starts creating activity above, activity, activity, activity. I'm only telling you this is because this is why I love our team. Because we're not a yo-yo team. We're not a team that just chases promotions, chases rank advancements. We're a team that just constantly does the what? The 3-3-3s. We're just constantly doing little things, but we're accumulating each other's efforts. Does this make sense, everyone? And I'm just kind of going off tangent, but I'm kind of giving you a bigger picture because I love these kind of topics because it helps me talk about things that sometimes you don't see. This binary tree right here, when you're receiving volume from someone, it just shows that you're in an active group. Every day when you show up for the podcast, even if you don't bring a guest on, You're showing everyone that you're actively engaging. You're actively in the gym. Does that make sense, everyone? And when you see that, when you feel the energy, it just makes you feel like sometimes you belong into something that is growing. Has anybody ever been in a team that is stagnant? Like months and months and months in a team where you don't see any activities, any rank advancements, any celebration. How does that feel if you're part of a stagnant team? Carrie.
Can I? So one of the companies that I was in, and I'm not going to mention any names, it was really stagnant because my sponsor went after all the people I signed up. So it was something that I had to go through to learn this greater lesson to help others and to do it the right way. Of course, I'm not like that at all. I love people. But I had learned a really great lesson from that. And I just wanted to share that, you know, it caused me to not want to be in any other companies. Of course it would, right? But I have totally feel like a family in this company.
Oh, awesome, Carrie. And I remember the first day we met, you were very transparent in what happened to you. I've seen your progression. I've seen you heal yourself. I've seen you grow. And I want to piggyback what Carrie said, everyone. Did you hear what she said? She was in a team where the upline stole people from her. So basically, she was in a relationship where she was cheated on. How many of us been cheated on in our relationship? Raise your hand. How does that feel? It doesn't feel nice. I've been cheated on many times. Okay? We all have been. But why do we keep coming back to this industry, or why do we do this?
Well, the
So,
reason I came back, Peter, is
yeah.
because I saw the heart of this company. I saw something in this company that I have not seen in 22 years of network marketing or relationship marketing, which is what I loved to call it. I love to call it relationship marketing because people have such a bad thing against LMNs. And the thing is, it's paid my bills when my husband died. It has given me life again. Just knowing the people and the relationships and the family in this one company, it just totally negates everything that happened to me in that other company.
Wow. So
It
what
is.
I'm hearing from you, you just see the good in people, right, Carrie? You know that there's a group of good people out there that still stand for something that they believe in, and you just found us because why? When I say it starts from the top down, everyone, again, Marci and I have dealt with many, many people in our career. We know we've been cheated on, we've been lied to, we've been stolen from. It's just remember, everyone, I'm gonna keep on saying this. It's a people business. This business is the purest form of transparency. Let me repeat that again. MLM, direct sales, network marketing is the purest form of transparency. You can make money doing bad things here. But how long would that last you? Because at the end of the day, this is all that matters. How many people are following you? Ask yourself that question. If you've been in a program for a year, 2 years, and 3 years, and you still constantly have to replace the people that are leaving you, that says millions of words right there. Does that make sense, everyone? Do you feel that? When I talk to leaders, when people come to me and they say they are a leader, do you know what I ask them? What do you think is the first thing I ask them? Show me your leaders. Put me on the phone with them. Let's get on a Zoom together. I want to hear what they say about you. I want to hear how you guys built together. I want to know your relationships. That is how you get to know. If the leader constantly tells you how good they are, what they've done, I want them to prove it now. Does that make sense? And I'm telling you, after a year or 2 or 3, if you are still alone or if you're still working this business by yourself, there is an issue. You got to look at within yourself, and this business can bring out the biggest ego out of you. How do I know? I was that person. I was that person 10 years ago, almost even 7 years ago. I had to reverse engineer and go, why does Peter have to work so hard, so long? Where are all the leaders at? And I enabled people. I enabled my leaders. Does that make sense what enabling means? I took care of too many things for too many people who did not learn how to grow themselves. I could not identify what their own agenda was, and I could not support them because Peter was being burned out himself because he said yes to too many things to too many people. How many people can relate with that? And it doesn't even have to be with MLM. It could be with traditional business. It could be with your family. It could be with your friends. It could be anything in your life. So I think today's topic is we're going to call communication out, because it's a crazy time right now as we're communicating. There is a lot of misunderstanding in the ether right now. Does everybody feel something like that? Okay, it's getting pretty crazy now. So I think I hit on this topic today for a reason. Now, also, as a leader today, what is your job as a leader? Let's define that. I love this topic today. Destiny, what is your definition of a leader? Uh-oh, you're muted. Oh, you're not muted? We can't hear you. Okay, next. You'll come back. Lady. What's her name? Christine? Totally forgot her name. Okay.
Oh, it's Lady Lactation. That's my business name. I don't know how to change it. I'm Heidi. I'm not actually your
that's
diamond,
right,
but I do
Heidi.
have a.
I was trying to remember. So Heidi,
Okay.
what's your definition of a leader? What's your definition of a leader?
So I think my definition is someone that's easy to follow because they're duplicatable.
Right. Someone that's easy to follow because they're duplicatable. Right. Wanda, what's your definition of a leader? You can unmute yourself. Okay, never mind. Wanda, there you go.
Hello?
Hello?
Someone who leads by example.
Someone who leads by example. Awesome. Thank you, Wanda. Eliza, what's your definition of a leader? Unmute yourself.
I'll just kind of go with what Wanda says, someone who walks the talk.
Okay, walks the talk. Deborah, last one. Go ahead. What's your definition of a leader?
A leader in this business, I mean, a leader literally, and probably in Webster's, one that goes before, one who has taken steps before, who can turn around and lead the others. And in this business, it's so important to make sure that if we've signed people up and they want to share the business, that they know the business website, and they know, they can get plugged in, and they know when the trainings are, all that good stuff, because it definitely takes, being very, I would say, for me, what's important is the leader needs to be articulate and really make sure that we understand the business and can then have that all be duplicatable down the line. So I like doing that for my people.
That's a beautiful description of a leader, Deborah. That's a
Thank
beautiful
you.
description. Now, I'm going to cut to the chase. Are you a leader if you don't let your people feel safe? So out of all the description, leading by example, duplicating properly, every description we just heard, doesn't it come down to, if you do all that, you're letting your people feel safe? The moment that your people are not feeling safe, meaning that they don't know what direction you're going, they don't know what you're teaching them, they don't understand how you're guiding them, there is no roadmap for them to follow. If you don't have all that, do you feel safe with that person? So maybe just a simple definition of a leader is someone that helps their people feel safe. If you don't ever feel safe, and the reason why I'm getting to this point today, if you don't ever feel safe with anyone, how are they leading you? And if they're not leading you, and if you don't feel safe, how are they communicating with you to make you feel safe? And then when you communicate, the next level of safeness is respect. Do you respect the people that you work with? If you don't respect them because of their actions or their words, because that's all you have, right? You have your word and then you have your action. And if you don't respect those two, or if you don't feel safe with those two, how can you have a business transaction? How can you work together? So everything I'm hearing from the field, I know that you're meeting people, Diane. I know you're meeting people, Carrie. I know you're going out there, Debbie. You're going to have boundaries and discernment. You gotta understand, do they feel safe to me? Number one, well, if they don't feel safe, and remember, we're in the energy business, right? I'm naive, okay? I'm out in high school, I was voted most gullible. I physically, in my high school yearbook, I got the picture of most gullible, okay, in high school. Everybody could take the cheesecake from me, my donut, my lunch money, whatever. You can take whatever you want. I was that gullible, okay? I've been gullible all my life because I'm just a nice guy, okay? But that actually taught me that being taken advantage of, it's a learning lesson. So Carrie took her learning lesson. We all have learning lessons. It's a reflection of ourselves, right? But because of that learning lesson, I learned how to pay attention. I learned how to have boundaries. I learned how to have discernment. I learned how to not only listen to their words, but I learned how to see people's actions. And especially in network marketing. Remember, this is not a business transaction where we're doing business and Jesse and I are exchanging $500,000 and we're business partners forever till do till us die. No. Okay, everyone. You just agreed. The only bounding agreement is just your package. Okay? You just say yes to a stem cell package. That bounds us all together. But that does not mean that we have to work together if we don't like each other. If we don't respect each other. Does that make sense? If Pamakai has a different view and I don't agree with her view, we can all disagree to disagree, but do we respect each other's action? Do we respect each other's agenda? Do we respect each other's goal where we want to go to? Does that make sense? And in this business, I am not your boss. You're not my boss. I can't tell you what to do. but I can only lead by examples. And that's why I say, people, don't listen just to what I say. Listen to what my personals say. My first generation. Listen to their first generation. Listen to their first generation. Does that make sense? That's why generational match are so important here, because I gotta know, if you're not successful, that means maybe your personals are not successful. If they're not successful, what happened? Where did the disconnection go? Are you teaching something wrong? Or are you not teaching the right thing? And if they're not successful, maybe their personals are not successful. So when I look at a leader, why he's not successful, I don't go 1 generation down. I go 1, 2, and 3 generations down. I ask actually the last person, what are you learning? What are you plugging into? Where are you getting this information from? And then I go up the line. Is everybody with me? I'm kind of teaching you really in-depth leadership now. It's not about what that person says. It's about what the other person did and the other person did. And then if we can correct, if we see something wrong, for example, what if the 3rd generation never plugs into the podcast? That means the 2nd generation never taught them. That means the 1st generation never taught them. That means who did not do that? Does that make sense? It is so easy to identify what works and what doesn't work here. And then when I can identify that, there's only 2 issues. Are you ready for that? Is that leader helping that team be safe? Meaning, is he teaching them to plug in for them to help make money? Yes. Are they getting healthier? Yes. Or are they not? How do I know? Because every 90 days, I go back to that team and I ask them, Claudia, how did you grow this 90 days? Oh, Peter, great, I grew. Team's growing, things are great, done, great. Suzanne, how things are growing? I'm a little rocky, I did this 90 days, I did this month, it didn't really work. Hey, are you still getting people to the podcast? Yes, I am. Great. Are you still showing up for the Saturday training? Yes, I am. Great. Oh, don't worry about it. Let's just focus on things you need to do more for yourself now. Does that make sense, everyone? You see how you can have just good, simple conversations with each of your personals. It starts from you, your personal, and their personals, and their personals. Any questions on that? Destiny. I don't know what's wrong with your microphone, but we can't hear you. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, if we can't hear you, we're gonna save you. Anybody, any questions, anything on this topic right here? Generations and leadership. Or does anybody want to share if anything happened to them?
Yes, something happened to me last week, Peter. You gave me permission to do the business without doing 3-way calls with my next 3 generations up, since my director is in the hospital with her husband. So I did my business without 3-way calls because you gave me permission last week on your last training. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Did it work? Did you?
Yes, I ended up doing 3 patches without a 3-way call.
Okay, now, don't get me wrong, okay? Everybody, you can do a 3-way call. Just make sure that they're peaked, they're pre-qualified well enough, okay? But if you cannot reach out, do what Heidi did. Take it in your own hands. You're the connector. You're the leader. You're communicating. You're the one helping them feel safe. You know what to do, right? I don't want you to I don't want you to use 3 ways as a crutch, okay, for you. You can do it. So Heidi, thank you for sharing that. Anybody else?
Peter, over
Yes.
here. Hi, this is just perfect because it's what our leaders, what you and Marci and everyone in the team are doing for those of us who just coming in, and then we get to duplicate it. So you're also training us to be the leaders, which is what I've wanted to do, but have not found the avenue in all the businesses I've been in. So it's very inspiring.
Jesse, I'm going to piggyback exactly what you said. Did everybody hear that? We're all helping each other to be leaders. We're all helping each other to independently work out together. We're all making sure we all become bodybuilders one day together. We're not shooting steroids in each other. We're not cheating the process. That's why Marci and I are working so hard to make sure that nothing changes in our messaging, in our style. Because if we constantly change everything, it's gonna cause what? Confusion. When you confuse a team, nobody does anything. When you are constantly egoing, does that make sense? If Marci and I were a bunch of ego heads trying to manage and control everyone, what is that gonna do for all our personals and their personals and their personals? We'll be creating a bunch of egotistical managers everywhere. Does that make sense? Okay. Notice, how do you get 60 SPDs, PDs, and EDs working together? Heck, our system is so good, sidelines want to come over here now and they want to work with us because they see how pure form this is, okay? It is something we don't talk about that much, but it is such a huge, huge deal. Now, just appreciate the process, everyone, okay? Jesse, you're here, you're learning, and it's impossible for Marci and I to go in each one of our 50,000 members and, hey, wake up. Hey, you got to do this. Hey, you're the leader. That's impossible for us to do that. Our job is just to create the platform. Our job is to create the community. It's your job to learn about the community and apply what you learn and make sure that each one of us, are bringing people that are like you or better than you. You can't bring people that are worse than you, because if 50,000 people bring in one worse people, we brought in 50,000 worse people. Does that make sense, everyone? You don't want to do that. And once you duplicate that, oh man, when you get one cancer, that cancer can spread like wildfire. It can break your leg. Has anybody ever had cancer that broke their leg? It takes only one cancer to break a leg. I worked way too hard enough to let one person break my leg. I promise you, it ain't gonna happen over here, okay? I'm going to do whatever it takes to protect the team. There will be no one cancer that can come in here and break all the hard work that we all did. Does that make sense? We gotta watch out for each other. And I'll give you an example before I bring it to Maria and Marcus. I had a sideline come into our Telegram, and they came into our Facebook, and they called me. They're like, Peter, how do you get all these people to not post bullshit, bring in other products in? How do you control all that? Do you know what I said to that person? It's called self-control. We all respect each other to protect each other, to self-control this whole communication line. I can never, ever be there and spend hours a day trying to fix what everybody's posting. That is not my job. I cannot be on Facebook every day and trying to police and trying to be compliant for everybody's whatever they want to post. We have guidelines. We have respect. The only thing we're posting is communicating, rank advancement, recognition, and what's next. Does that make sense? We're not posting everybody what they represent, love stories, heartbreaks, la da 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 da. Okay, this is not a what do you call a soap opera telegram? Okay, well, I'm not here to hear your drama. Okay, we're not here drama free. We're here to build a business. I just want to make sure we protect each other's lines. We communicate what we need. If you got personal problems, call me, call your friend, call your mom and dad. We got people to listen everywhere, okay? We got friends. But when we communicate here, we have to respect each other's boundaries, okay? Now, again, we're in a people business. Does problems come up? Yes. But you got to look within yourself. Where did that issue come from? What is that solution? Where is the solution to help that? And we got to be big. We got to help people feel safe. If you don't feel safe, talk about it. Okay. So we're kind of going in deep, but man, today's one of those days.
Thank you so much. I'm 50 years in one form of business or another, and I am stronger than I've ever been. And because of this team.
And I'm glad.
And your platform's like the ground for all of us, right? There's a solid ground, but it's also a landing pad for all of those coming in.
Thank you, Jess. And guess what?
Awesome.
It's all for free. We're
It's
not charging
free.
anything. It's free.
I
Okay?
know, it's free.
Free. Now,
Best training ever. Cool.
Maria, what do you have to share, Maria? Unmute yourself.
Thank you, Peter. The last several weeks, Peter, it's been transformational, and I've grown so much within myself. And what that has done is it's helped me with my team. And in June, I had they were second generation, 2 team members that ranked up to manager. And just to see their leadership and them grow, plus adding customers, plus adding business partners. And I think they respect me, but they see that I respected them. And like you said, helping them feel safe. And we're all growing together and spending time with them when they need it. And even though they've said, well, you're spending too much time. And I said, no, I'm helping you because, you're my partner, you're my friend. And that's part of it. We're helping each other from our heart too. And so right now I've got a lot of different angles, but partly I'm just trying to stay focused on following up. And that's why I had put that in the thing, but this is all part of it.
Oh, thank you, Maria. And I'm going to piggyback what Maria said. I met Maria a few years ago at our event in Tulum, somewhere Tulum.
We went to Tulum, yeah.
So I saw in her eyes, she wants to grow. We connected. I told her, reach out to me anytime. And this is all part of the story. I love seeing growth. Maria had to go through her whole time to learn. It didn't happen overnight. It's like a bamboo. The seed was grown, right, Maria? And now that bamboo is like barely growing, but boom, once a bamboo grows, it grows fast, right? This is where you are. But the message, what I got from Maria is that I am growing better. And the impact that's making is my team is getting better because I'm getting better.
Right.
Did you all hear that? If you're not becoming better yourself, if you're not proud of your own growth, how can your team see how proud you are of your own growth? And how can they duplicate you if they're not respecting you because you're not growing? So Maria, big kudos to you. I see your growth. I know what you do every day. I know you plug in. I know your teams are plugging in. And Maria, is this really hard what you've just grown? Is this really hard what we're really doing every day here?
No, it's I don't want to say easy, but it is. it's fun. We have to have fun and just talking to people. And I met with this gal this morning, and she told me, she goes, I didn't tell you the truth, Maria. I didn't read through all the information because I didn't have time. She said, but I just trusted you and looked at you and how you felt. And so 8 days in, she's on 7 medications. This is just, my heart just, she said, I can get up without pain. And I told her that doesn't happen, right? That doesn't happen. But her husband's coming, and because she would just want to be a customer, but now she's going to she's going to get a silver pack. And she said, I can't do the business. And I said, I'll help you. We'll just help people. And so that's what's rewarding.
I love it. I love you, Maria. And everyone, if you're not doing it right, think about this. If you're not doing it right, how fun is it to fix problems? Why are you creating problems that you don't need to create, and then you're killing the fun out of this business? Does that make sense, everyone? Why can't we just keep it so simple where everybody's having fun at the same time, learning and growing and earning and helping people? Like, listen to these stories Maria shared. My whole lifestyle, my whole day is I just get excited listening to results. I don't want to hear problems. And if you're creating problems that you don't need to create, then you're taking the fun out of for other people. When you're taking the fun out of for other people, then you're not duplicating. Does that make sense, everyone? It is so literally pinpointed here, okay? Marcus, what do you got to add?
Well, I just want to talk from experience.
Share with us, brother. I know you have a lot of experience.
You can stumble and you can get off path, right? You can do that. And when you realize it, or if you open your ears and if you allow yourself to be coachable, all you got to do is step back on the path. Right? And part of the growth in this is realizing that we can try different things, but don't let that be the focus of what you work on. Work the system, work the culture, work the relationships, nothing else. Everything grows from that. Everything grows from that.
So
thank you for your insights, Peter.
No, and everyone, Marcus and I, we have very deep conversations. Marcus is constantly evolving and growing himself, but he needs environment. He needs leaders, right, Marcus? You need people to respect up to. You cannot do this yourself. You know what I mean?
And I will tell you, one of the hard things as you grow in this is everybody has this. You have people that you're trying to help over and over again. Anybody have that? And they say one thing and they don't do anything?
Yes.
Tough love. Tough love. I have a saying is, I'm trying to find the runners who want to run with me. I'll walk with those people that are walking when I get a chance once in a while. And those people that are asleep on the side of the road, I nudge them when I walk by. But I don't drag them. If you start dragging people and getting frustrated and depressed about that, you got to really look at what you've done with them and just realize that they're on their journey. You offer what you can, you plug them in the system, but you can't drag them. And that's my thought for the day.
Okay, I think that word drag hit a lot of people in the head. All right, so thank you, Marcus. We'll touch base, and I'm here for you. So everyone, you know, in my previous company where I met Marci a little bit over 12 years ago, it was a unilevel. You could not even understand how many times I had to rebuild my business. What does rebuilding my business mean? I'm going to share this right now with you. How hard is it to already pique someone's interest, pre-qualify them, and get them into become a partner with you? Do you already see the steps with that, right? And then once they're in the system, Now, once they're in the gym, now we got to physically work out with people. How many times do you think you can do that in your career? Think about that. Now, all that hard work, all that hard effort, if you don't have a system to support it, if you keep on, if you're not the, if you're doing something with these relationships that you brought in, and if you don't identify what's happening, does that make sense? You're gonna constantly have to rebuild relationships. It doesn't work that way in network marketing. If you're constantly doing what you're supposed to do, I promise you, your leaders will know exactly what to do too. So that means you don't ever have to go backwards and rebuild anything if you build it the right way one time. I want you to get that into the mind now, okay? As you're growing this, I'd rather you take a slow time to develop a relationship, a good one, instead of just starting over constantly. Does that make sense? Because starting over constantly will burn you out. But helping Deborah finding one person to run with, Marie finding one person, Denise finding one person, Tanya finding one person, Sandra finding one person. If you don't have it, just find that best friend. Find that one person that believes in you, that trusts you. Get it? If you don't have any, you gotta still go back to that one. Then once you're strong enough with one, it will elevate your frequency. It will get you to recognize how to do that, and then you do it again. Then go find your second one. I'm telling you, everyone, you gotta have two best friends in this business. You have to. It's just that way. Does that make sense, everyone? If you're not there yet, there's nothing wrong. It's just something that you have to evolve and grow into. Our platform just gives you enough time. It does not pressure you to make friends. Our platform is built for you to go make friends. Sometimes you just gotta show us off more a little bit. Sometimes you gotta show off the community a little bit more. Sometimes you gotta tell your friends, hey, come meet my friends over here. Does that make sense? Come meet my friends. Come meet the Maria. Come meet the Pat Tom. Come meet the Liza. Come meet the Francis. Come meet my cool friends. That's how I invite people. Hey, have you ever been in a community where you see 200 to 300 people that really want to help each other? Come check out my community. Hey, are you single? Come check out my community. I got a bunch of single people here. Just kidding. Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. But whatever it takes, just have fun and bring people out. Okay, now, even this last Friday, we had a beautiful 4-year anniversary. We had about, I think, 40 partners there, but we had over 100 guests coming. 100 guests. 100 guests just invited people that just met each other. What do you think the next day or the next day that happened, Francis? Do you know how many people called me the next day and go, oh my God, Peter, you have such cool friends. Do you think they want to join me now? Yes, because they got to see my friends. Who are my friends? Francis, Nikki, Lawrence, Marci, Claudia, all my partners were there. They're all my friends. And then my friends that are not in the business got to meet my friends that are in the business, and they don't even know what business we're talking about. Do you understand what's happening, right? People follow energy, frequency, friends, okay? We're going into the Korean market. I'm meeting new Korean friends. We're going into Vietnam. I'm meeting more Vietnamese friends. People don't care. They just want to have fun and have friends. Then when they trust you, then they're going to want to curious. Oh, so, you guys are doing this. How's that working out for you? Great. Hey, what do you know about stem cells? Do you like to help people? You know, you have a community. Let's go meet people. Does that make sense, everyone? I'm just giving you kind of vague things, but at the end of the day, this whole call today was about leadership. okay? About feeling safe, about duplicating properly, about guiding your teams to do the right thing. We talked a lot about feeling safe today, okay? Because I think starting off your first week of August, this month now, we're gonna focus on building relationships, okay? It's summertime. I'm going out, this month right now, I'm literally going out. I'm going to more beach parties. I'm going to more home dinners. I'm going to more events. I'm going to travel more. I'm going to meet people this month. I'm going to challenge myself to go summertime and chill out a little bit. Who wants to chill out a little bit? Okay. We have our August 19th event in Costa Mesa. It's going to be a huge event. Okay, everyone. We have so many SPDs and PDs and EDs coming. It's not even funny. Okay. It's our August event. I'm going to plan a bunch of beach parties. I'm going to plan some more events for September. Okay, all the way till convention. So get ready for me. I'll be reaching out. We have a few more minutes left. Let's just open this up. Any Q&A, whatever you want to talk about, open this thing up.
Hey,
Oh.
Peter, we do have a boat club, just so you know, some of us here in Florida. So a boat club. So we'll have to talk about that later. But
Let's
this
talk
was
about
awesome.
that later. How many people can fit on that boat?
It just depends, but sometimes between 15 and 20. We have a sailboat, constant boat.
That's a tiny boat. When you talk about party, we're gonna invite 100 people or more on the boat.
Well, we'll have to get a bigger boat then, right?
Yeah, because I don't want, no. We're gonna have a bigger boat. We're gonna have a party, okay?
Well, we're part of a boat club, so maybe we can rent a bunch of boats.
Yeah, rent a bunch of boats. So everybody, when we get to Florida, we're gonna make sure we get with Carrie's party, and we're gonna and she loves to karaoke. So my thing now is karaoke.
Awesome.
Yeah, my whole thing is if you can't sing, you got to learn how to rap. Okay, so make sure you're gonna learn how to rap song. But I think the next thing is just we're gonna throw a lot of karaoke parties. We're gonna get the community together. I really like fun. Okay. And then when we get down to the serious stuff, then we go to the regionals, okay? When we do our regionals, and then all our online is online anyways. So I like to make money online, but I like to have fun and recognize offline. That is gonna be our model for the future. Go ahead, Heidi, what you got to share? If you want to.
I was just reminiscing a couple days ago. I was this is Heidi Miller, autograph in my directory when I was meeting Kathy McCarthy. We were out poolside. You said beach party. It reminded me of when I met you the first time August 20th at the convention last year.
Oh yeah, that was fun. I remember you very well, Heidi. Thank you. and you're still here, so this gym got you going. So that's good to see. All right, everyone.
Got me the manager last month.
Congratulations. All right, everyone. Come on, keep on asking. Kojo, everybody. We got 4 minutes. Today, we went kind of deep today, okay? So it's a good recording. It's a good mindset. Next week, we're going to go into more mindsets, okay? More behaviors. I'm actually starting to learn this too. Who here has done muscle testing?
Yes.
We might get Eliza up next week. I'm really starting to learn this simple thing called muscle testing. I know it's been out there. I know a lot of people do it, but just a muscle test to just show people demonstrable how fast and how this product really works and how people can see and feel energy. I think it's a perfect duplication to break the ice. Who wants to learn some more muscle testing next week? Okay, let's do that, okay? Eliza, I'm kind of throwing you out there. Maybe you want to come up and we're going to teach some. We're going to go deep into August mindset, have fun, get more in front of people, how to break the ice. So let's do that next week, okay? So Eliza, I'm kind of throwing you out there, okay? So we're going to have some fun. Okay, everyone, tonight, David David Schmidt is speaking. So there will be no Wealth Wednesday tonight, but those Wealth Wednesdays, who's enjoying those Wealth Wednesdays? Are you getting those stories? Are you learning deeper and getting to know our leaders? Okay. The whole design for Wealth Wednesday is not to talk about money, but how to learn how these ranks have, who are they? How did they build? How did they use our system? Why are they enjoying it? And then you can use that recording and send it to people accordingly to their ranks, okay? For example, if you have a brand new manager and we interviewed a manager, send that to a brand new person. And then you can also send them an SPD call. How did this person become? The moment they resonate with stories, and remember, these are all storytelling podcasts, okay? There's nothing really that you don't need to know. I'm not doing PowerPoints. There is no technology involved. It's just raw interviews. Enjoy this, okay? Because we're gonna have a lot of those. August 19th, whoever is coming to SoCal, Southern California, in the next couple of weeks, make sure you register. Get all your friends, family to come. Our president, wait, I don't know, what's his name? Hold on. I believe his name is Brian. Shoot, let me, I don't have his picture, but corporate is coming,
It's
okay?
Ryan, Ryan.
Brian what?
I
Okay,
don't have his last name written down.
okay, so you forgot too. Okay, everyone, it's Brian. He's our corporate leader. He will be coming down. So we want to make sure he gets to know our entire Southern California market. They know who we are. They know how big we are. It's time to show off, okay? We're going to have fun. And last and for all, everyone, have fun this summer, okay? Show lifestyle. When you're on Facebook, I don't talk about business on Facebook. You know that. I just show a bunch of pictures, friends, family, what I like, okay? Let's show lifestyle for this summer. And then once September comes around the corner, September is the last month to hit your rank where you need to be recognized in October. So whatever you do, we still got a good 8 weeks left, okay, everyone? So have fun with this. Next week, we're gonna go into frequency, muscle testing, mindset. Get your teams on here. We're gonna learn how to break the ice, and thank you, Carrie. Love you. Love you all, everyone. This is my favorite time of the week, okay? You know, this is what I look forward to seeing everybody. So I'm gonna chill out this week, have some fun. Bye, everyone. Love you.
Bye.
Ryan, we love you
Thank
too.
you,
Thank
Peter.
you.
Peter.
That's you.
Bye.
Rock, Peter, you rock.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Peter.
Peter.
Bye, Peter.
Peter, you are the leader.